Hi, I'm Sally and this is the tutorial for my Christmas Illuminations bracelet, although it could be for any time of year. I've tried to use an effect of like a string of Christmas lights on this one. So let's make a start. Taking your loom, you can use any configuration, but I'm using mine in staggered with the arrows pointing towards me. I'm going to start by making the little lights. So taking a single clear band. If you don't have clear bands, you can use white bands or any colour bands you want to use. I'm just going down my loom once, and then I'm going to use these sort of clear glittery type bands that I have, which are sort of good for lights, and I'm wrapping these around where you would normally cap it off. I'm wrapping two bands together around that pin, and I'm going to go down both sides of my loom doing this over and over again. Okay, so and start again. So you're just going down once and then adding in the bands that you want to use for the lights. So this is sort of a peachy orangey colour. I'm just wrapping it around twice because the bands are quite tight, because you've got two of them on there. Going down again. I'm going to use a sort of tealy sort of colour. You could use like red and green and sort of really Christmassy colours on this as well, which would look really good. Oops, drop the band. In fact, I've got these sorts of metallic-y coloured bands that I'm not using in this design, but just to show you this sort of colour, which would look quite good as well doing this design. And I have green as well, which would look really good, I think. You sort of did that in gold, silver, whatever colours you wanted to use, and they're using a sort of neon yellow glittery colour. So I'm just making this basically as I made the one I've just shown you. So it's more of a sort of all year round one as well. It's entirely up to you how you want to make it. I'm using green. A sort of darker peach colour now. And now as I've run out of room, I'm going to come down the other side. So I'm probably going to use the same colours again, so I have two of each. So again, two bands, just wrapping them around. Oops. It's a simple bracelet to make. I will just say now, that I should have said in the beginning, with this design, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't already exist, and this is original design. I have looked to see if I could find one similar anywhere else, and I couldn't. I know there is a Christmas lights bracelet, which is why I've called it Christmas Illumination, sort of similar but not the same. So if there is another design like this, it's purely coincidental. So I did Google it, I looked on YouTube, I looked wherever I could, and I couldn't find one the same as this. So as far as I'm aware, it is an original design. If it isn't, and there is another one out there, then I'm sorry. But I wouldn't do a design by someone else and say it was my own, because that's just not nice, it's not fair. So I wouldn't like it if someone did it to me, so in fact it would really annoy me. So there we go. So I've gone down now and I've got 6 on each, and I've done 2 of each colour. If you can see, I don't know how well you'll be able to see because the bands are clear, you can sort of see them there. So single band, going down once and then capping off with 2 bands. I'm now going to loop up each individual little section, so just pushing those bands out of the way that you've used to cap it off and just looping the bottom single band, whatever colour it may be, forwards. And it's not in fact a complicated design at all. So I know there are some very impressive looking bracelets out there. I like to concentrate on charms, but if I come up with a bracelet design that I think is nice, then I will do a tutorial for it. Sorry, box has just come up on my screen. I'm just gonna get rid of that. There we go. So I've looped up. I'm going to remove all of these now because we need to make the bracelet. You can just take them off of one side because you only need one side for your bracelet. So I'm just taking these off like so. So this is what they should look like once they're taken off. Maybe different colours, but that's what they should look like. So I'm going to make the chain of my bracelet. So again, I'm going to use clear bands, and I'm just making a single chain going all the way down. It would be lovely to see all of your Christmassy colour combinations as well, or any colour combinations that you do. They don't have to be Christmassy, but as it was Christmas lights that sort of gave me the idea for this bracelet, I thought that maybe doing it as a Christmas sort of themed bracelet would be good. But as I say, it's for any time of year really. I'm just going down as a normal single link. And then all I'm going to do is just taking one of these, I'm going to go down on each pin. So just stretching them out. So I have one going one way and the other one is going to point in the opposite direction. If I can get it off of the hook, like this. You can double them up if you want to, if you want it to look fuller with more lights. It's entirely up to you, but I'm just going to do it this way for now. You can play with it and you can add in more if you wish, but I'm trying to stick to the original theme, so just place them in any order you want, however you like. Just so we've got one on each pin, one facing one way, one facing the other. And I haven't placed one over the very top pin, just to make it easier to add on when we need to add on the extension. unless you have very small wrists, in which case you won't need one. Okay, so this is what it should look like when you've placed them all on, if you can see. Come a bit closer, so it's sort of like one facing this way, one facing that way, and just mix up all the colours like that. I'm now going to loop up, so just going in through the bottom pin, and just looping forward each one of those single bands. And I appreciate that clear bands on camera are probably not the best of ideas. But I think for the finished result they do look the best. Though feel free to prove me wrong. Plus clear bands for me at the moment are a little bit of a novelty. Up until now I've not really had clear bands, so I'm enjoying working with them. So now I'm going to leave this on the loom. I'm going to make an extension piece, so I'm going to go down 9 times again, just with single bands to make it fit my wrist. Obviously I'm possibly bigger than you because I'm a grown-up, but if you have a little wrist, just make it so it fits your wrist. So I'm going to go down 9 for me, but as I say, smaller wrists will need fewer links. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And I've just realised I don't have an S-clip. But never mind. I'll work something out. Right, so remove this from your loom. Place over the bottom pin. So you're taking the 2 ends that were open and you'll place them over the last one where you would place a cap band of the extension piece. Pull that down, and then you want to loop up that bottom pin, band pin. I have noisy neighbours, what can I say? See over the top of the neighbours. Right, so as I just announced, I don't have an S-clip to hand, so I'm just going to take off of this one just to show you how to attach it. So taking your S-clip or your C-clip, whichever you prefer to use, I'm going to stretch these ends where I finish looping up. I'm stretching them over another pin, like here, like this. As you can see, it's over 2 pins to make it easier to attach the S-clip, and I'm just going to place that over like that. You can then remove this design from your loom, and as you can see, there's your lights. And you want to find on the opposite end the last link, and this is the link, not the attachment part with the light on. So you want the main part of the bracelet, and you want to attach the S-clip onto there, so it's on the actual bracelet and not on the link. Okay, and there you have your Illuminations bracelet. And there we go, that's what it should look like on. Ta-da! So I hope you've enjoyed making this. please hit like, comment, let me know what you think of this design and of the tutorial. Please subscribe to be notified when I bring out new tutorials, which I'm trying to do reasonably often at the moment. I am on Instagram and on Twitter, so if you'd like to find me on there, follow me. I do follow back, and you can make requests and comments on there. I've forgotten completely what I was saying. I'm awfully sorry. It's also lovely to see how your bracelets come out, because there's lots of combinations that you could do for this. You can make it a lot more Christmassy than this, with the red, the green, the gold, any other colours that you sort of associate with Christmas. That would be lovely to see. I am on Facebook, where you can do the same. If you search Sally's Looming, all one word, and you'll find my group on there, where again you can share pictures, make requests, make comments, anything you want to say. Alternatively, you can just comment under this video. Any way is good, all 4 ways will get to me. So, I hope you like this and you enjoy making it, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!